What's that?
It's showtime. Hello, good evening and welcome to the third BAaD Art and Design BAaD Sunday Sessions Online with the 23 podcast show. With myself, your host again this evening, David Blair. And tonight we are joined by an all-star cast. It's an all-star cast every Sunday. An all-star cast of Zoe Bestel. How are you, Zoe?
Oh, hello. I'm all right. How are you?
I'm
Nice
very
little
well,
back
thanks.
in there, Jack. Thanks, man.
You're
nice.
throwing your voice through your picture there. I can see you're talking without your lips moving. Are you good?
I'm good. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm doing as best you can be.
Brilliant. We'll go round here clockwise. So next we have Stuart Neal of Fat Mantra and the Hooja How you doing, Stuart?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm good. And next we have Caitlin Gilligan. Hello, Caitlin. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you. Cheers.
Nice one. And then we have Jack Callum Richardson of Jack Callum Richardson and the Hooja
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. You, mate?
Yeah, not too bad.
Nice one. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. As you'll know, if you're tuning into the show, if you've tuned into the show before, it's at this stage that we just need to quickly go to our devices to share the live stream. If you've joined us, feel free to start one of those watch parties on your own timeline. Let's get as many people in as possible. That would be great. We're going to listen to some amazing music tonight. We're also just going to share it onto our personal pages as well. So if you just bear with us. Zoe, if you have already done that, you're usually quite on the board with this.
I'm there. I'm getting there. Yeah.
Right, okay.
I just accidentally turned it on and then you could hear us through it. But yeah, other than that,
aye, without putting the volume down.
Oh, I didn't realise. But yeah, cool.
So,
I just shared it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Who's been out today? Who's done anything exciting?
Oh. I have not been out.
Nah.
Oh.
No.
I got lost in the woods yesterday though. But
Oh,
today
did you?
I was yeah. Wearing the wrong sort of footwear. End up with loads of blisters. It was horrible.
Oh no. Oh.
But today I've been spending most of the day trying to figure out how to do the streaming thing unsuccessfully.
Yeah, same.
No. You all sound great. You all sound good.
You do, yep. Good setups you've got. How about yourself, Jack? Were you in today?
Yeah, just in the house really, man. Not really doing much.
No bother. Okay. Zoe, would you like to start us off with some music then?
Yeah, sure. Nice one.
Okay. I'll just mute. We should also just say as well, there's a PayPal link in the event description, both the Facebook and the YouTube. It's a tip jar. If you like what you're hearing and you want to put in whatever you feel, pay what you feel. If you want to, there's no paywall. It is free to watch, but if you'd like to tip the musicians, that would be amazing. And 20% from all the tips will also be going to a Black Lives Matter campaign as well. So it's been highlighted, hugely important, obviously, and we're here as well to do whatever we can to help for that, along with Zoe, Stuart, Caitlin and Jack playing some amazing music for you. So I'll just pass over to Zoe first of all.
All right, cool. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us. How's it going? Do come and say hello in the comments. I haven't actually been looking at the live comments. I forgot that they existed. Oh, that's nice. Hello, Kathy and my mum and dad. I'm going to start off with a song that is true of today. It has been a sunny afternoon. This is a Kink song, if you're unfamiliar with that song. Oh, and Liam, of course, sorry. Kathy and Liam. Have you got Shelley the turtle? Tortoise. I need to follow the adventures of that tortoise. Cool. Taxman's taken home my door, left me in my stately home, lazing on a sunny afternoon. And I can't sail my yacht 'cause he's taken everything I've got. All I've got's this sunny afternoon. Oh, save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fire I'm trying to break me, 'cause I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, lazing on a sunny afternoon in the summertime. Girlfriend's run off with my car, gone back to her R&R, telling tales of drunkenness and cruelty. So now I'm sitting here, sipping at my ice cold beer. All I've got's this sunny afternoon. Oh, help me, help me, help me sail away. Oh, give me 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. 'Cause I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, lazing on a sunny afternoon in the summertime. Lazing on a sunny afternoon in the Thank you. Cheers. Tell me if you can hear me all right. Oh,
Yes,
hello. Oh, I didn't know I was going to do that.
we're all back. Excellent. Yes, it was a sunny afternoon. I was round at my pals for a wee socially distanced back garden, sit in the sun. It was nice to get out, and see it. Nice to have it back again. So we'll just give a wee shout out to let us know in the comments who you are, where you're tuning in from. Heather Bestel, is that your mum? Zoe.
It's my mum, yeah.
Hello, Heather. I can see Peter's on the YouTube as well. Hi, Peter. Hope you're both well. Zoe's mum and dad. We've got Nigel. That's Nigel in LA. So we've got some West Coast of American audience in with us tonight. Hope you're well, Nigel. Hope situation's better over there somehow. Kathy Cassidy, she's tagging Mary Shelley. Kathy, she's watching. Callum.
Mary Shelley's the tortoise, just so you know.
All right. Okay. Callum, that's your brother, Caitlin. Is that right?
That's my brother. And Kathy Cassidy's my mum, so yeah.
Oh, hello.
And Mary Shelley's my tortoise, so it's the whole family's there really.
Right. Is the tortoise there with you as well?
Not currently here. Like
No.
I think they're in North Wales, so yeah.
Right, North Wales.
Yeah.
Does Callum live in Liverpool, or have I imagined that?
Oh, he does.
No, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He does, yeah. What part
You
of
have to
Liverpool
get
do
him
you
on,
know?
Davey. You have to get him
Egbert.
on.
Aigburth. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
It's
I
near
know.
Park Lane. Really beautiful.
Yeah. I know it well. I know it well. I'm a Plazy Scouser, as they're called. I've got family in Old Swan. Daniel was saying that he loves the rhythm. Love it, very jazzy from Cafe. Ukulele Wizard, sounding nice. Hope you guys are well. How you doing, Chris? Chris is going to be on the 23 podcast show this Friday along with Stephen Scott and George Campbell. Sadly, as we're not going to be having an Eden festival along with many other festivals, we're going to have a wee Eden special on the 23 podcast show on Friday night, a wee Rabbi's Tavern special. So just to give a wee shout, looking forward to having a catch up with you, Chris. Ian White's loving it. Sounding bra from Chris. Well, there's lots and lots of messages here. Isaac, hello, how you doing? There's Brido from BAaD tuning in. Nice one, Brido. Thanks very much. We started these off Sunday the 26th of January. We had a horrendous run of just terrible weather. It seemed like storms and gales and torrential rain continuously for like the first few. We obviously had to stop before lockdown, but thanks very much to all the team at BAaD for letting us do them. Zoe got to play one in the real life. Just whilst we're on that
again? What's the real
on
life
the real
again?
life, I know. If you don't know, BAaD have a service called Bottle Drop. So the BAaD Sunday Sessions Online is basically kind of sponsored by that as well. So it's an online off sale. It's offering a home delivery service. There's a different range of wines, spirits, beers, cocktails, draft, canned and bottled craft beer, all available, and they deliver in Glasgow and outer Glasgow and surrounding areas. So I'll give their website a wee share in the comments if that's something that you are interested in checking out. Then please do so, and please drink responsibly, of course. Has everybody been drinking responsibly?
I guess so.
No comment. There's Mike in Manchester. Good evening, Huey from the West Coast in Oban. All right, Nigel. Thank you. Hazel, Cafe, David. Hello, Ashley. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Brilliant. Okay, so we'll move on to Jack. You were next on our list. I will. Just as we're going along, each artist as well, I will give their Facebook pages a share in the comments. Please give them a link. If you don't know who they are, you're going to find out who they are. Also, some of the different artists have their own websites and Bandcamp, so I will be sharing them in there. So I've just given Zoe's Facebook and website a share in the comments, so you can check them out. And I'll just pass you over to Jack. Thank you very much, Jack.
Sorry, I'm just checking up a little bit. Sorry, wrong tune. Amber grows on the side. Help up now before the tide rolls in. Waking up in time to see all the changes born by this bitter dream. Why live in fear change, they glow today. Come tomorrow, the breeze will carry them away. Your anger grows, mediocrity, while I hate that shows not to be truthful. How can I know? Will I ever grow? And the road on the side, help out now before the tide rolls in. Waking up in time to see all the changes born by your bitter dream. I live in fear, and the answer's so clear. Thank you.
Yes. Jack, is that from any of the music that you've got out at the moment?
No, it's relatively new.
Sounds great, man. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I think it's going to go on the first album. I think I'm ready to do the first
Nice.
album. So,
Cool.
but yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. What's the song called, Jack?
Does it have a name yet?
No idea.
No name yet.
Oh, it's that fresh. It's that fresh.
Yeah.
That's allowed. That's allowed. So I've just given Jack's Facebook and his Bandcamp a share as well, so you can go and check that out. I liked a comment there just before you started. Mike Nuttall's been drinking responsibly twice a day, every day. Nigel, sharing his care and loving the show. Thank you. Thumbs up from Jules there. Applause on the YouTube there from Your Crazy Kitten Smile. And bit of feedback from Callan. Sounds a bit muffled. Lovely playing though. Maybe see what we can do just for the next one then. Excellent. So next, Liam saying Caitlin stole his socks.
Oh, he does
Yeah,
this
you're
on
be-
every live stream I've ever done. That's my dad.
Are you a sock thief, Caitlin?
I'm actually not wearing any socks, so
Scandalous,
it's,
scandalous.
wearing tights because it's cold. It's actually freezing down here in Cornwall.
Is that where you are? Right,
Hey,
okay.
on a boat.
Cornwall.
Tell them about the
Yeah,
boat.
we're living in a boatyard. It's a bit odd being in a boatyard in lockdown. It's pretty strange, but it's just public again now.
And is Cornwall the county?
Yeah. It's in a place called the Lizard, which is near Lansdowne.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Yep. I've heard of that. Peter was loving it, Jack. Okay, so we'll
Try to fix the setting.
Yeah, just
say that again, Jack.
Just for
Sorry,
the
I'm just trying
audio.
to fix the setting a little
Yeah,
bit.
it'd be fine then.
Sure, mate. Crack on. Okay, I'll just mute the rest of us then, and over to you, Caitlin, with no socks on.
Okay. I'm gonna play a new song as well. It's called "The Wild Sunset Wind." The wild sunset wind came early one evening, distant cry of that black dog, lonesome feeling. There's a girl beside the river, humming ancient tune. Way up in the sky, golden sun, silver moon. And I can hear a whistling in the sky. And I wonder what's making that weeping sun to cry. And I was born in winter, and I was born at sea. I was born out on the waves, and it's why these eyes agree. I'm my mother's only daughter, and she taught me so well. She said you're strong like mountain water, and time will only tell.
Woo! That was a belter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it was.
I was getting so into that song there that I just felt as if it was going to go on a wee bit longer than it did there. So you caught me.
Do. I mean, I wrote it not long ago, so I could just add a bit and no one would know.
Right. Brilliant.
So nice to hear you, Caitlin.
It was indeed. The comments are pouring in. Who needs socks on lockdown anyway?
Hey, nice.
Joe saying hi. David Cairns. Kathy's loving it. Zoe was loving it as well. Zoe, you're here. Beautiful from Peter. David Cairns. Joe says, stay standing. Yes. Ukulele was such a nice song. Where you from Callum?
Nice one, bro.
Round of applause coming in.
David, does that mean that if they type anything, like any noise, that you'll try? Because that's not a great thing to start.
Yeah, well, I'm happy. I'm happy to give it a go.
We can all try different ones.
We can, aye, we can. Let's see how much onomatopoeia we can get in the comments, please.
That's a great idea.
It was lovely and contemplative. It was 6 verses and a movie. Kathy
Community.
taught her so well.
Well, that bit was about mum, so that's why she's getting in on the hashtag already.
Oh, was it? Right, okay. Great.
Yeah.
Just to remind everybody from the start, I'll say it again. We've got a tip jar which is in the event description on Facebook and the event description on the YouTube. I'll give that a share again as well, just as intermittently as we go on in the comments. The 80% of the tips will be split between the four musicians who are playing with us tonight, and we will also be given 20% of the total tips towards a Black Lives Matter campaign, which is, as it should be for any normal person, a subject very close to everyone's heart and mind. I would like to just say, but before we started this, the Scottish Trade Union Council had a Black Lives Matter online sort of rally conference type thing with some speakers from 6 o'clock, and the murder of George Floyd is rightfully disgusted normal people. There has also been many, sadly, deaths in police custody in UK, and one of them, which there's been a 5-year-long fight for justice, was for a black man in Kirkcaldy called Sheku Bayo. Now, there is a change.org petition to move forward and try and get justice for Sheku's family, and I'm going to give that a share in the comments as well. And Amir Anwar, who is Sheku Bayo's family's lawyer, I was absolutely appalled, and I was actually just trying to Google this not that long ago. I was absolutely appalled to find out that since 1969 in the UK, there have been just over 3,000 deaths in police custody, and not zero police convictions for 3,000 police deaths in custody. Since 1990, there has been 1,841, and let's not kid ourselves on that police brutality against anyone and people of ethnic minorities from the ethnic communities is exclusive to the USA or any other country, because it's not. We clearly have a real problem with that in this country as well, and that's why tonight, any tips that come in through the PayPal, 20% of them will be going to a Black Lives Matter campaign as well. So we can continue, respectfully keep the conversation going there with that. And if you can sign that change.org petition that I've shared there, that would be great as well. As a hero of mine, Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails, he started a Year Zero campaign. Art is action without violence, and here we are. We all have voices. We can speak, we can act, we can do whatever we believe to stand up for what is just and what is right, and that's what we're doing. So please check that out as well, and if you can, if you're in a position to do so, tip generously. Thank you. That was Caitlin. I'm just going to give Caitlin's Facebook a share in the comments too, and Caitlin's Bandcamp, and then we'll be over to Stuart, the headliner. We were joking. We're all equal here. We were just joking in terms of the order that we were going to go through this. Excellent. Okay, so Stuart, over to you, mate.
Cool. I'm just going to keep playing with a new song thing and just play a new one. I was looking for the lyrics there real quick in case I forgot them, but I can't find them, so I'll just we'll see what happens. So yeah, it's the new song called Borders. Every day feels a little bit longer. What can I say? I'm not as strong as I thought. Time's ticking away, but the clock ain't changing. Well, maybe you are, so what am I to do? I'm adrift in a sea of uncertainty. Bought a map just to look around. As far as I can see, they look just like lines to me. Who drew these borders down? Who drew these borders down? Is it so much that we can't find a workaround? Well, my temper is short. I know it's not helping, but don't worry, it's really getting to me. I'm searching in vain for a solution. The only concrete thing is that I'm in love with you. I'm adrift in a sea of uncertainty. Bought a map just to look around. As far as I can see, they look just like lines to me. Who drew these borders down? Who drew these borders down? Is it so much that we can't find a workaround?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that was a nice one. That's a bop, man.
Brilliant.
That was so good.
So that was Stuart Neal of Fat Mantra and the Hujamamas. I'll give the Fat Mantra Facebook page a share, and also you've got a Bandcamp there as well. Just find that. Got that. Give that a share. And Stuart and Jack are also an amazing band. Had the pleasure of seeing quite a few times, festivals and indoor gigs as well, called the Hujamamas. Definitely worth checking out as well. So I'll give Facebook page a share for that in the comments too. Let's just check in here on the comments. Let's see who we've got.
Fab. They're fab.
Yes, Nigel in LA, it's moving. Things are, we hope, in terms of making the world less racist, moving in the right direction. We're learning that justice is just us, love and peace through kindness. Partridge B was clapping that. Callum, that was wonderful, Stuart. Gorgeous song. Partridge B, that was great. It really is a bop. Is that another one of those words that people are just writing for me to say it? I can imagine lovely, slappy double bass on that, Stuart. Yes.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Woohoo! Mary, great voice. Was that a wee dog I saw in the background? I believe it was. Look, Ukulele Wizard, brilliant, great song. Loving all the music, guys. Thanks for tuning in, Ukulele Wizard. Okay, so we shall move back round the round room to Zoe.
Oh, hello. Oh, nice one. I'm gonna get political, lads. Not that we haven't already, but in terms of song-wise, this is a song of mine called Spiders. It is not about actual spiders, but metaphorical spiders. Yeah, kind of speaks for itself, really. Yeah, cool. If I play it right. expression that have just become habit. Oh, what a tangled web they weave. Oh, what we let ourselves believe. Blame the disease that we feed upon, perceived as prescription. This toxic decay promoting hate is such a wasted subscription. Oh, what a tangled web they weave. Oh, what we let ourselves believe. Accusing the hungry of crimes committed by leeches on thrones eating banquets a minute, convincing the ill that their purses replenish. Just set fire to the neighbors poorer than you. What a tangled web they weave. Oh, we let ourselves believe. I blame the lies that are spun in the spiders that do it. For humanity is dead and they paid our lives for it. Sorry, that
yes.
quite abruptly.
Yes. I've heard that song so many times, and yet the ending still catches me by surprise. Brilliant, thank you very much. Cafe saying spiders. I think it's political spiders.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Is somebody's kettle boiling?
Nice short, Stuart.
There's a
kettle was
Yeewaw from Callum and Round Applause from Cafe there. Excellent. Jack, over to you, my good man.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to flip now into a cover.
Nice.
That's the order of things. Back on dry land once again. Opportunity awaits me like a rat in the drain. We're all honey, money to burn. Just a short time to show you the tricks we've learned. If the boys all behave themselves here, there's plenty young ladies bearing the rear. You won't need a gutter to sleep in tonight. Well, the price is in charge here, we'll see you alright. She lays down beside him again. The sweet painted lady, the one with no name. Many have used her, and many still do. There's a place in the world for a woman like you. Sweet painted lady, seems it's always been the same. Getting paid for being late, I guess that's the name of the game. Oh, sweet painted lady, seems it's always been the same. Getting paid for being late, I guess that's the name of the game. Oh, forgetters will be gone very soon. Just forget we ever slept in your room. We'll leave the smell of the sea in you. for a woman like you. Sweet pretty lady, seems it's always been the same. Getting paid for being late. I guess that's the name of the game. Oh, sweet pretty lady, seems it's always been the same. Getting paid for being late. I guess that's the name of the game. Oh.
All right.
I think I only turned my guitar on halfway through.
Yeah, you did. You turned it up a bit more.
That was really
Nice
good.
one, Jack. Who done the original?
Elton John.
Right, okay.
It's on
What?
Tumbleweed. No, it's not on. It's on Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
I was just about to ask what era album was that? I'll hold my hands up. I'm not an Elton John fan, but music's in the ear of the beholder.
Have you listened to all the early albums though? Because they're all amazing. Like
I know. I mean,
albums ever made.
I know a lot of the songs. Obviously, I mean, I'm not, but I don't dislike them.
Don't listen to Tumbleweed Connection. It might change your mind.
Okay, right. I'll do that.
It's like an Americana album. It's amazing.
Right. I'm always willing to sit or stand corrected. So what did you say it was called?
Tumbleweed Connection.
Tumbleweed Connection. Right.
Yeah, it's great. There's another song that's just before the one I played on Goodbye Yellow Brick Road as well. I've seen that movie too, which is great. It's very good.
Yeah.
Song.
Was Tumbleweed Connection out before Goodbye Yellow Brick Road? After?
Right?
Yeah, I think after. It was after they'd like heard the band.
70s.
Yeah.
Aye. So, Elton writes with Bernie Taupin, is that right?
Yeah.
Is Bernie still alive?
Yeah. They still write it.
Aye. So, just excuse my ignorance here, but is Bernie the songwriter and Elton just sings them? Like,
No,
Elton?
No.
Bernie writes all the lyrics, and then Elton will interpret the lyrics and music and write the melodies and the piano for it.
Love it.
Okay. Because, I mean, that's like the big thing. Elvis never wrote one song in his entire life.
Yeah.
But
Did he not?
no.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I saw something the other day that was saying artists that don't write their own music are essentially, and it wasn't meaning in a bad way, but are essentially just actors. Like they're as if they're, because you have to perform it and like give the feeling of it, but you didn't write it. So I guess in a way that kind of is true.
So Elvis was a very good actor.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was.
Well, he was. He was in quite a few films as well. Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, it's like John Lennon, my hero. Even with the tattoo
Oh wow!
there on my arm.
David, I'm sorry. Whenever I see that, I just think of John Lennon Airport that I used to live next to. And
that's right. Yeah.
That's the logo for it. But,
yeah. Correct. With the sign above us only sky, which is quite fitting for an airport. So what John had always said that if there had been no Elvis, then there had been no Beatles. But when they went to America and they were asked if they wanted to go to Graceland and meet Elvis, and they were like, "Yeah, cool, all right." So they went, and like Elvis was pretty doped up on drugs of some concoction or something like that. Anyway, it was just like not like it was almost like oblivious that they were even there. They'd said. So just out of curiosity, I think it was like John and Ringo went over to look at it. He said, "I'll go and put some music on if you want." So he had this massive jukebox, and they went over. So they were a little bit disappointed that he didn't have one single Beatles song on it, but. He actually did have a Lennon and McCartney number, but it was by Cilla Black. So he was into Cilla Black, and Lennon and McCartney wrote a few songs for her.
Darling, marvelous.
Yeah.
I'm liking your glasses, Stuart. They're pretty swish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They're just for using computer use.
Oh, are they like a blue light thing?
Yeah, because I was getting loads of headaches for just being constantly on the computer making tunes all day. So.
Oh, nice one.
Just rattle through a few of these comments. Ooh, Jack, this is fab. Colin, feel like I'm back in Rabbie's Tavern. Absolutely class acoustic bliss. Yes, we would love to be back in Rabbie's Tavern. We would give anything right now. In fact, let's all raise our glasses to Rabbie's Tavern, please.
I'm going to raise my Hepcat one just to go against.
I do have a Eden one in here somewhere.
To Rabbie's Tavern and all absent festivals.
Nice one.
Let's just hope we move through this portal and come out the side and we can get them back sooner rather than later. Isaac, he's just tagging some pals there. Clapping from Mary. Callum's setting off something. Shame we can't make applause noises. Well, do you know, I think there is something I could maybe do, not right now, but it's maybe worth looking into. Like, you can download like wee sound clips. So if I can get an applause sound clip, I don't think you can upload anything more than 1 minute. Maybe I'll try. I'll see what I can do anyway. But Whip Whip from Ukuleles sounded great. Good album from Gary. Watch Rocket Man. What's it on? Netflix, Amazon Prime. I don't know. A good cover can involve a complete reinterpretation. Correct. One of my favourite covers of all time. In fact, probably my favourite cover of all time is Johnny Cash's version of Hurt.
I knew you were about to say that for some reason. I don't know, just because you were talking about Trent Reznor earlier.
Aye. I mean, even the first time Trent heard that he was greeting, he said, Jason is in British Columbia in Canada, so we've got more people in from North America. Like Gordon Ramsay making beef Wellington. Here. And belated happy birthday wishes, Colin. I know I did message you, but just shout out to Colin Bilby. He's a Rabbie's Tavern stalwart and big supporter of the music scene. He's got his Hitman radio show on KA Radio. It's on Sky Cinema. Okay. Hello, Gary. I'll never forget the day I saw you guys at Liverpool Sound City when the Flaming Lips headline. What a great set you did. David Blair crowd surfing and a diggy. I did indeed. I'll maybe even try and find a picture of that after Caitlin. I would just like to say before Caitlin plays, just to show this banner along the bottom there.
What banner?
Is everyone else having an issue with Davey's sound, or is it just me?
With whose?
Davey.
Davey? No.
Okay.
No, it seems to be for me.
Then that's fine. Cool. It's just me.
Okay, Caitlin, over to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. I've got another kind of new song as well. I'm gonna test out on you. So it's called "I Would That We Were White Birds." Hair like a raven that flies to the dying of the sun. Eyes of silver in a wintering stream. He whistles and sings and 1,000 other things. He's sailed the ocean so many times around. I would that we were white birds. I would that we were white birds. I came from the lowlands where the forests never end, and I remember the mountains. But I stole away and came to stay in an English town. They He taught me how to be just like them. I would that we were white birds. I would that we were white birds. They gave me a pen, a bottle, and a cigarette, and all this talk of revolution. Then he arrived on the tide with an empty hand. He'd sold all his books for wine. I would that we were white birds. I would that we were white birds. Now I wash my hair in the ocean air with a moonlit hand. Night after night, wave after wave, lines on my face there to trace the poem of my days. They came and went like a hurricane. I would that we were white birds. I would that we were white birds. I would that we were white birds.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yes.
What was the name of that curtain?
Caitlin, did you hear Zoe there?
No, I can't hear. I think she's frozen. No,
Zoe.
I can't hear at all. Hello?
Hello.
Zoe.
Can you hear me? Yes. Hello.
The joys of the internet. What was that song called,
I think
Caitlin?
you need to repeat your question, Zoe.
Oh.
Go, Zoe.
I was
think she's
asking you,
delayed.
Caitlin, what the song was called.
Oh. Is that a joke?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a joke.
All right. I would that we were white birds. It's the bit I repeat all the time.
Yeah, no,
Right,
it's just
okay.
because I was mishearing you and all I could hear was.
Oh,
"One
right,
night
okay.
vipers."
Never
White
tell us
birds.
it.
We'll fire through some comments there. Kathy was saying Liam's feet are freezing.
I'm sorry.
Zoe was harmonising. Well, come on, people. Leave Caitlin alone. Do we need to repeat it? Caitlin does not steal socks. Beautiful song from Jason. Beautiful from Mary. Love you. Beautiful from Kathy. Mike Nuttall. Stunning Caitlin.
Thanks, Mike.
Lots of more great comments coming in. Sounds better on Twitch. Great stuff. Loving this show, guys. That was gorgeous, Caitlin. Thanks, Peter, for tuning in. Yeah, Caitlin. Classic song structuring. Nigel can't find his socks. What's going on? That was almost what Marvin Gaye was going to call that song, but he just decided to shorten it to "What's Going On." I'll just take that banner away just now. Brilliant. And just to Ukulele Wizard, love it. Such a nice voice. Just to remind again in the comments, if you want to give the musicians tips for their fine singing and playing, the PayPal link there is in the comments, also in the Facebook, Twitch and YouTube event descriptions. And 20% of the money will be going to Black Lives Matter campaign as well. So thank you very much to Zoe, Jack Callum, Richardson, Caitlin Gilligan and Stuart Neal for coming to play for us tonight. And for everybody in the 23 universe for tuning in, feel free to share it. We've got at least another hour and 5 minutes to go, and I'm just going to pop over to Stuart.
Cool. I don't know if that's happened to anyone else, but if you don't write down what you're going to play and then you just think I'll wing it, and then when it comes to your turn to play, you just completely forget every song that you've ever written. The song is called Tendencies. Couldn't even remember the Ramones song there. Classic. Strive to be good, I'm never good enough. Pretend I'm better, but the jig is up. So little time left, but a lot to waste. A pile of empty dreams I'll never chase. It's lost potential, is that what they'll say? Or will they figure out things could only ever be this way? And will the mother cry as she feels the pain of a loneliest child? Well, I never had a hope in hell of keeping it together. My worst tendencies will be the death of me, and getting higher was only ever fuel for the fire. They'll never let me be, 'cause they're a part of me. In the darkness, when I know my name, kick for the surface or just float away. Close my eyes and count to 10, 'cause what goes up must come down again. Well, I never had a hope in hell of keeping it together. My worst tendencies will be the death of me, and getting higher is only ever fuel for the fire. They'll never let me be, 'cause they're a part of me. All I ever wanted was love. Something tells me I'm not good enough. All I ever wanted was love, or a sign from above. Well, I never had a hope in hell of keeping it together. My worst tendencies will be the death of me. Ain't getting higher, there's only ever fuel for the fire. They'll never let me be, 'cause they're a part of me. Strive to be good, I'm never good enough. Pretend I'm better, but the jig is up. So little time left, but a lot to waste. A pile of empty dreams I'll never chase.
Yes.
Did you realize your mic wasn't muted?
I realized what?
I was asking if Zoe realized her mic wasn't muted.
Sorry.
All right, yeah.
You're laughing away in the back.
Just laughing like I was like,
Fucking, all
it's
right,
distracting.
I'm so sorry. It's because my
Zoe,
internet
Zoe,
is really
what it
weird.
was is Zoe dropped out, so I had to bring Zoe back in, and then when you bring someone back in,
yeah.
And
you're
I
not
didn't realise, and I
automatically
laughed.
muted.
Sorry, Stuart. I really love that song as well.
Beautiful from Mary Lauren. This song slaps
Woo, Lauren. Nice one.
in a good way. Jason in British Columbia, Canada, reminds me of Eric Clapton. Good song. Nice one. Just for Gary, down in the People's Republic of Merseyside, it was actually almost 5 years. The Socialist People's Republic of Merseyside. It was almost 5 years to the day since we played that Liverpool Sound City the first time with the Flaming Lips headlining, and I told Wayne Coyne that after being underneath his Zorban ball at Victoria Park when they headlined the Indian Summer in 2007, that he had inspired me to do this. So that's when the inflatable dinghy became a thing because of Wayne Coyne. So cheers, Wayne.
Did you do that at the Brussels gig? Were you doing that on something at the Brussels gig as well?
What one?
The one we
the QMU?
The QMU one, yeah.
No, I was. I'll try and find it. I was the T-Rex who came out carrying Tom on his shoulders. Right. Yeah. Tom had said we share the same booking agent, Antidote Booking. Shout out to Jamie, Creon and Louis. And Tom had said to Jamie, he's like, listen, I've got this idea for coming on stage, but I'm not sure who would do it. And he just says, Davy Blair's your man, go and phone him. So I was happy to get involved with that. I'm all for inflatables and getting dressed up. Awesome, Stuart from Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
Whoop, ukulele lizard. Oh yes, Gary, yes. Fab. Sounded so vintage and cool. Most excellent. That's amazing. Wayne also trod on my face at Norwich in 2017. Yeah, you need to be careful when you're out doing that. I'm not going to share that story. I've had some.
That you have to now. You can't just.
Right, I'll come back to it, but I've had some serious mishaps when I've been out crowd surfing and falling off various things. So just thank you to everybody who has broken my fall in some way or helped me back up onto whatever it was I was on. I do believe we're back to Zoe.
Oh gosh, we are, aren't we? I wasn't even paying attention. I was still semi-embarrassed by accidentally interrupting your song there, Stuart. I do apologise. I'm really enjoying this. This is very nice. It's nice to sit around and chat with friends. Anyway, got a little list of songs that I was thinking of singing, and I think I'm gonna play one that's in the current tuning I'm in. So this is a song called Gumusevi, which is the Turkish word for when the moonlight shines on a large body of water. I discovered it when I was Googling one words for my album, which ended up being called Transients. But I'd just written a song about how the moon and the sea are in love, and then I discovered this word and went, perfect. That'll be the thing. Cool. So this is called Gumusevi. I hope you enjoy it. Sorry. there's nothing to say. She wore a veil and he wore a cloak. When he outshone the stars, she'd mirror them both. A harmony hidden from fierce eyes of crows. For the darkness would drown all the love that they know. She let her hair fall, he had a comb. When the fog had dispersed, he guided the way home. She rode a storm, lost her heart on a whim. If only it rained much closer to him. This is impossible. It is if you believe it's true. How is this possible? Just believe in love like how I do. He is the moon and she is the sea. They followed each other for eternity. Never quite reaching gaze from afar, but they yearn for more when it's all in their hearts.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks, friends.
What's that word again?
Nice. Gumuservi, Gumuservi. There you go.
What language is that in?
Turkish. I asked a Turkish man. I don't know whether you've seen any of these apps. This sounds really dodgy. Hank, bear with me though. I don't know whether you've seen any of these apps in which you can chat to people from different countries, but like to share, to let they teach you something, like specifically language. So the way that you'd learn a new language is that you'd say, I want to learn French, and they say, I am French, and then you can have like a conversation with them. So you can like call them, so it does get abused, but for a while I was chatting to this Turkish guy that spoke French because I was trying to learn to speak French. I asked him about it. That was the point I was making. I asked him how to say Gumuservi, so I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it is when a when the moon shines on a large body of water, so something like the sea, that thing that you witness in which you see the shining, that is Gumuservi.
The shimmering moonlight on the water molecules.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as romantic when you say it like that.
sorry to get all scientific reductionist on it. I learned a new word not that long ago. Petrichor. Have you heard of that?
Oh, yeah, the smell of rain.
Yeah, so petrichor petrichor is the smell of the atmosphere after rainfall.
Oh, it's I love that smell.
Or when it's been hot for a while and then you get rain, and then the rain has a specific smell to it. So the etymology of that comes from the Greek words petra, meaning stone, and ichor, which in Greek mythology refers to the golden fluid that flows in the veins of the immortals.
Oh.
So I think that's quite a beautiful word as well, which so it's just we had quite a continuous run of really nice weather, and then it rained, and then someone went and mentioned it, and I was like, that's there you go.
Yeah, you could really smell it the other day. Was it not yesterday, but the day before? I had my window open and I was like, ooh. I didn't think, ooh, that's petrichor. I just went, that smells good.
Lovely from John. Zoe has the most enchanting, mesmerising voice I have ever heard, as you know. Thanks. Mary was on when you were on for the podcast as well. Has been a regular viewer of the podcast show and the BAaD Sunday Sessions Online. Lots of applause there for you. Lovely Zoe from Mike Nuttall. Ukulele Wizard, such a beautiful voice. More applause from you crazy kittens. Smile, so mesmerising. Sounding fab as ever, Zoe. Beautiful Zoe from your dad. But what do you call the smell of clean washing? Good question.
Daz, I think.
Aye. What? Whatever you use to wash it, I suppose.
Smell of Daz.
Let us know in the comments. Parks and Breeze, put it out there. What do you call the smell of clean washing? Maybe there is a specific word for it. They know, or maybe they don't, and they're just asking the question. Pop your answer in the comments. There's no prizes. There's no prizes, but you can just drop in there the PayPal link again. Tip these wonderful donations for entertaining us all this evening, and 20% of the tips will go to Black Lives Matter campaign. Just on that note, I very much stand with the Clash. They were very open in terms of their political beliefs and what they stood for throughout the whole punk movement. And there's a great quote from them, which is, we would like people to know that we're anti-fascist, we're anti-violence, we're anti-racist, and we're pro-creative. We're against ignorance. And that was the late, great, mighty Joe Strummer. I'm sure that's a sentiment shared by all of us here tonight, and any normal, decent person. So if you've got anything, if you can, pay what you feel, drop in a wee tip there. That'd be greatly appreciated. We'll pass it on to the musicians and the Black Lives Matter campaign. Jack, over to you, my good man. What have you got for us?
I hadn't really thought about it. Sorry, somebody had messaged me something. Sorry, 2 seconds. Let me just make sure. Does this all work?
Take your time. That's all right, mate. Take your time.
Sorry, I've been thrown a little bit. I don't know what to do. I'm going to do another cover. I'll buy Elton John as well, man. Jesus Christ. I can see by your eyes, you must be lying. When you think I don't have you, baby, you're crazy. You think that you can fool me, 'cause I've seen that look too. One where the players are It's a habit I have. I don't get pushed around. Stop twiddling your star like you do. I'm not the blueprint for all of your being. Cause I've seen that number two. One where the players are acting surprised. Saying love's just a little word. It's for some smiles. Nights in their eyes. Well, that picture so absurd. So keep our distance for somebody who hasn't got so much to lose. 'Cause you can tell by the lines I'm reciting. I've seen that movie too. So keep our distance for somebody who hasn't got so much to lose. 'Cause you can tell by the lines I'm reciting. I've seen that movie too. Thank you.
Yes. Nice one, Jack. What album is that from?
Same one. Song
Same
right
one?
before the one I just played last time. I'm gonna need to jump off for 2 seconds. I'll be back. I'll just leave my thing running.
Cool. No worries, mate. I'll just mute Jack there for now. And Caitlin.
Hello.
We'll just thank you. There was a few PayPal notifications coming through there, so thank you, kind people, for putting some tips in there as well. Parts and B was getting quite specific. Not the smell of clean washing off the washing line, but not the tumble dryer at the clothes. Let's be. What do you call clean washing off the washing line? I suppose it must be imbued with an element of petrichor, surely. If it's outside, no, because that's the rain, so you wouldn't be putting. Well, you try not put your washing out in the rain, wouldn't you? But that's there's no guarantee of that in Scotland. And you know, ever since being a child, it's always amazed me. Like, obviously, we do get sunny days in Scotland, but officially, we are the wettest and windiest country in Europe. And it's just always baffled me that people would take the chances and stick washing out in the washing line. A whirly is also acceptable. I don't know. I'm stumped. Mary loves that smell after the rain. Also love after the rain stuff from Aaron Aromatics. We shout out Aromatic Argyles. Nice. Can't go wrong with some of Bernie and Elton's songs, particularly the early stuff. Great version, Jack. Well done, Peter. There's a few rounds of applause. I will find. Yes, today's hot topic. What's the name of the word for washing that comes straight off the washing line outside? That's today's hot topic. And also let us know in the comments who's your favourite piper. It is Scotland. There are no guarantees. Caitlin.
Hello.
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 Have you got socks on yet?
No, but to the person who lost their socks in there in the comment, I found some pairs of socks, but I'm in a cafe, so I don't know where they came from.
I thought you were on a boat.
It's a bit strange, but there you go. They might have the sock monsters might have brought them like my direction.
I thought you were on a boat. Or you're
no,
in a
I'm not
boatyard.
on the boat right now. I'm in the Boatyard Cafe.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll shut up.
Anyway, my next song. I wasn't sure what to play next, but I'm gonna do like a little vocal song. and I learned it from one of my favorite African American songwriters, singer-songwriters, called Rihanna Giddens of the Carolina Chocolate Drops. When she did this song, I since learned that it was written by Hazel Dickens, but it almost doesn't matter. Like you're saying earlier, like her version is so beautiful that it doesn't matter like who wrote it. Like, yeah, anyway, I know what I mean. I'm gonna sing you a song. Fly away, little pretty bird. Fly away. Fly away, little pretty bird, and pretty you'll always stay. I see in your eyes a promise, your own tender love you bring, but fly away, little pretty bird, and pretty you'll always stay. Love's tender flame warms this meeting, and love is such a delicate thing. So fly away, little pretty bird, and pretty you'll always stay. I cannot make you no promise, for love is such a delicate thing. So fly away, little pretty bird, for it only clip your wings. Fly away, little pretty bird. Fly away. Fly away, little pretty bird, and pretty you'll always stay. Thanks.
Yes. Lovely wee a cappella number. Beautiful,
lovely,
Caitlin.
Mrs.
It
That
was.
lovely.
It was.
I've just read a comment that you will get to in a second, Davey, but I misread it, and it said, Caitlin, that made my arm hairs stand on end, but I misread it as armpit hairs. Which would have been quite a compliment, actually.
We're playing Carcassonne while listening to the music. Fabulous background for even. What's Carcassonne? I thought that was a play.
I think it's a board game. I think if that's Callum Milliken. Hello, Callum. He's one of my Team Bestellians, so thanks for joining
Right.
us. But yeah, nice.
It's one of your what?
Team Bestell members.
Well,
I thought you said Team Bestellians.
I did. I said Team
Yeah.
Bestellians.
Is that like Beliebers?
Yeah.
Swifties?
I guess it is.
What would that
that's
mean be?
Do you want to be part of it, guys?
I think I'm a part of it.
It's not a cult. It's not a cult. Don't worry. It's fine.
That sounds like a cult, and I'm in.
I'm in too. I'm in.
I love cults.
Yes.
I run a festival with a cult theme actually, so you can play.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Cool,
definitely
well,
really into cults.
What?
Carcassonne, if I remember my history correctly, Carcassonne was one of the last bastions where the kind of like one of the Gnosticism predated Christianity. So Emperor Constantine and the Council of Nicaea in 365 AD, when he was the last Roman emperor who still worshipped Mithra, when they decided to adopt Christianity, the physical control of the Roman Empire was being eroded. So they realised that the next step to control people would be through psychological fascism as opposed to physical force. So that's when they decided that they would adopt Christianity as opposed to worshipping all the various other different gods that they did at the time. But Gnosticism was something that predated, and they Christianity took a lot of things from Gnosticism, but then the Vatican and the Holy Roman, and then within the Holy Roman Empire and the Holy Roman Emperor, the Carcassonne was one of the last places, and it was an absolute massacre where they went after them because they were like, okay, well, you've got part of the story that deviates from what we're now trying to tell the rest of the Holy Roman Empire to believe, so we must kill you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's I think that's the only reason I know Carcassonne.
Oh, you should read
I think
it.
Gary,
It's great.
every day's a school day. I think Gary was saying Persilicious might be the name of that. Can he beat the smell of bringing and washing from outside, even if it only outside for 10 minutes? Those blue fluffy ones are mine.
It's about the socks.
I was wondering, yeah.
Yes.
You were a
Wow.
long way. You left
Ve-
the socks a long way away.
Very beautiful voice. Caitlin, that made my arm hair standing in. The last time that happened was watching Norma Waterston. Amazing, giving me goosebumps. Beautiful voice it was. Beautiful stuff from John. Amazing from Callum, Carly, haunting. Caitlin, thank you, incredible. Lots of rounds of applause. I definitely need to get an applause sound effect. That was really beautiful. What a beautiful voice. Stars Agora, thanks for tuning in. That's my pal Sean McGeoch. He was on last week's Sunday Sessions. It seems wrong to applaud a cappella stuff. No, it doesn't. Just do whatever feels right.
I know what you mean.
If you're enjoying it, right? If you're enjoying it, you're enjoying it. We all are.
Might feel quite aggressive though. That's the only thing, after like a nice delicate thing, it's just like aggressively clapping your hands.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You should do the clicking thing instead.
I thought like this one would be good.
Oh yeah, the jazz hands one.
Imagine the sound of like that with like a huge crowd. Like, be amazing.
Definitely. Well, by the way, that was quite a strange thing that they did in Korea. We got them to do that. Like sometimes they would do that as a sign of appreciation. Whoop whoop to Team Bestalians. Yes, that's right. The Kafars. Right, Alva Jones. We're going down a history rabbit hole here. Gnosticism and everything. Yes. Put me when people on. Oh, right. Okay. Nice wee game. There was something I was wanting to give a shout out to that. We'll move on for some more music. Stuart, over to you, my man.
Cool. So, yeah, I think Davey linked the band camps somewhere on this, maybe in the chat. But I've only got one. Somebody say something?
Sorry to interrupt, Stuart. Yeah, just as we're going round another round of musicians, I did share everybody's Facebook and Bandcamps and Zoe's website with all of our links, just as we were going around each musician. So I'll do that again just as each musician is playing. So bring them back up to the bottom of the comments again. So I'll share. Stuart's about to talk about his Bandcamp here for Fat Man. So I'll give that a share in his Facebook and everybody else's hereafter.
Cheers, man. Yeah, I was going to say under like the Fat Mantra is like my solo project, I guess. It's not been going for that long, so I've only got one tune out. But you can buy it very cheaply. I can't remember off the top of my head how much it is, but it's not a lot of cash. And if you do, like it and want to go and pay for it, that helps me buy Scran and stuff like that. So yeah, this song's called The Saboteur. So I was going to take a drink first. I also found my Eden, what year is it? 2017 cup, just as I was pouring a pint there. The saboteur of my happiness, the architect of my own distress. I got a feeling I must confess, even star-crossed lovers sometimes fail the test. The saboteur of my happiness, the architect of my own distress. Before I met you, my life was a mess, which I seem determined to return to. You are my diamond in the rough. You're more than enough. A healing sound, a soothing touch. I'm in love with her. There are no words to convey just how much you mean to me. But it's these thoughts, these green thoughts, work to take a hold of me. I'm the saboteur of my happiness, the architect of my own distress. I got a feeling I must confess, even star-crossed lovers sometimes fail the test. I'm the saboteur of my happiness, the architect of my own distress. Before I met you, my life was a mess, which I seem determined to return to. You're gone and I feel so alone, I'm scratching at the walls until you're coming home. And I hear a call from without or within, to tear down the foundations that I'm living in. I'm the saboteur of my happiness, the architect of my own distress. I got a feeling I must confess, even star-crossed lovers sometimes fail the test. I'm the saboteur of my happiness, architect of my own distress. Before I met you, my life was a mess, which I seem determined to return, to return, to return.
That was really cool.
Yes.
Yes,
So happy. So happy.
Looking at the comments there. Zoe's second favourite song. What's your first favourite song of
The one
Stu's?
that you sang, Tendencies. I'm so chuffed. I just get to hear my mates play songs and I'm so happy.
We're swaying away here, Mary. Brilliant. Excellent. Thanks very much, everybody, for joining us here in the 23 Universe for our third online BAaD Art and Design BAaD Sunday Sessions. After a great run of them indoors, we as many in a adapt or die format type thing in terms of being creative. This is our platform at the moment for connecting with one another, sharing our music with one another, having a chat and interacting with all the comments that are coming in as well. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Just to also share with you, in my downtime, 12 weeks today on lockdown for me, in my downtime, I decided to create a Spotify playlist for everybody who played the real life BAaD Sunday Sessions, and the artists who were also lined up to also play on them too. So if you're on Spotify, I'm just going to give that a share in the comments. Some 41 or 42 songs from some amazing talent that we have, mostly from within the Glasgow music community. So feel free. I'll probably start creating one, I reckon, for the artists that we're getting as well. Just to give me something to do and have everybody's amazing music in one place that we can give a share to and give you people at home something to enjoy as well. Mary was saying brilliant, Callum's clapping, Nigel and Ellie, brilliant, more claps from John, super chill, Stuart, really cool, love it, really enjoying tonight's session, guys, you're all sounding fabulous, thank you, more claps there as well, and sharing is caring, you're right, that's true, we are. Okay, so we're going to go back to you, Zoe.
Oh, hello, how you doing? I'm just really enjoying most of the fact that I get to introduce my mates to my mum and dad in a weird way. So that's cool. That's nice. I'm glad that they're enjoying all your stuff. Obviously they know Caitlin. Anyway, it's in comments, isn't it? I'm gonna sing a new one. You've all sung some lovely new ones, which is nice to hear. I'm gonna sing one of mine that I've probably sent to you, so you guys will know. But new people, this is a new song of mine. It's called River Ego, and it is about a river ego. Yes. Cool. Empathetic noise, lost in a stream of self-consciousness, mirrored in a storm, caught by the eye of self-reflection. Wherever you go, river ego. Worthy to be loved, vague motion of self-confidence, waiting with the flow, shamefully taunting self-acceptance. Wherever you go, river ego. Wander with the rain, slumbering blind in self-delusion, apologetic noise, swamped in a flood of self-destruction, conception, confession, expression, deception, obsession. Thank you.
Yes.
Wow, 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 wow.
Beautiful.
Thanks, so dreamy.
Oh,
It is, isn't it? It's it's like getting into a river and I don't know, just like a Lilo or
Taking your
something, and
clothes off and like
just
floating.
aye, like a Sonic Lilo, just floating down.
That's a Spotify playlist, Sonic Lilo. When you get on your Sonic Lilo, that's a gospel thing as well, isn't it? To be honest.
They were playing. I believe they were playing the Elephant and Castle in London before we were shut down. Sonic Lilo.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Oh,
That was my sock joke.
Yes, Colin was saying they're a great venue for anyone looking to play after lockdown. Jack, you've got a request next if you fancy playing that river. Mary was linking that, sounding particularly. Where are we? Oh,
I'd love to hear that river as well, actually, Jack.
Sounding particularly good tonight. I think you can drop the particular. She's sounding damn good tonight, as is everybody. It's working. What a voice, Mary and Fife. I've honestly never heard a voice like Zoe, enchanting, mesmerising. Gary, amazing. Zoe, that song made my armpit hair stand on end this time. Isaac. Isaac wants to know the first memory of all the guests. Shall we do a quick round robin then? Okay, sure. What's your first memory?
Can I ask quickly? Is Isaac just sitting on the other side of the room giggling right now?
Yeah, do you want to see?
Yeah. He just asked that question. Nice one, man.
Don't know.
Hello, Isaac.
Just having a good time.
I wish I was going to see you in Rabbie's next weekend, but tune in on Friday night. We've got a 23 podcast show, Rabbie's Tavern, evening special. Well, I'll start. My first memory is kicking a balloon in the hall in my gran and granda's whilst listening to the Human League, Don't You Want Me Baby?
Nice.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
Sure.
I think I can't really tell if it's actually my first memory or just have been told about it so many times. That's the thing. But try to ride my bike down the stairs. My dad catching me at the bottom just before I smashed my face in, which I would then go on to do years later. Anyway, so it was all for nothing.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah.
Epic dad catch anyway. Well done, Dad.
Yeah. Can't say that. Oh, it's funny.
Caitlin.
It's really hard. It's really hard to know when this memory was, but I think it was in Ireland, and it was in this guy's like woodworking like workshop. And they had like a big kind of courtyard, and I think that's where the wood carving that was above our fireplace all my life came from, but I'm not sure, so I have to check with my parents if they're watching. But that's it. Just that image of like him in his workshop, and I know it was in Ireland. I think it was anyway. It might not be, but
that is such a Caitlin memory. I love that.
Cool. What about yourself, Jack?
I'm not actually sure. I don't have very many childhood memories, to be honest.
He smoked them all away.
Yeah, probably.
What about you, Zoe?
That's a funny one because it's similarly to like trying to remember things that I've been told and differing between stuff I can remember. But yeah. I specifically remember a parrot clock I had. Again, this is such a Zoe memory. I had a parrot clock that would like move backwards and forwards, and I've seen a picture of it, like a photograph of this parrot clock, and I feel like I remember putting it in my mouth. Like a really soft, foamy kind of feel. That's my memory. That's my first memory.
That's a good memory.
Yep.
And you were 13.
Yeah, it was quite recently actually. Yeah, it's as far back as I can remember.
Lots of amazing. I think that's your mum there, Caitlin. Is that right? Kathy's your mum. She was saying it was buying New Grange, and you'd have been free.
Okay.
There you go. So
Pretty early.
my memory is when we were free as well. Thank you for all the amazing feedback coming in. Again, just to reiterate, you can pay what you feel. It is free, but if you would like to, and you can, donate some money in the tip jar for these amazing musicians who are entertaining us here. And 20% of that will go to Black Lives Matter campaign as well. So that would be very much appreciated. Thank you very much. And we're going to go to Jack now. Are you going to play that river, Jack?
Woo! Yeah.
That river is running slow and lazy. Going out of my mind, trying to match that day. Just like that river, we should not do it. Your smile has had me thinking late now. Get up and get out before she's gone. Just like that river, we'll keep rambling on. So we move into the city. And to burn down my last house. The memory of the fallen has never been so strong. Feels like I betrayed my country. There's just no war I'm willing to fight. Too many of us wander into the blind. That river still running so slow and lazy. Giving up, I'll never match its fate. You by my side, dog. It will make it today. You by my side, dog. I think we'll make it today.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Pretty good, pretty neat. Yes. Lots of love coming in there. Thanks, Jack. Love this from Janice. Peter was just reminding you, Zoe, you used to play that phone parrot clock when you were about 1. So it'd be incredible to remember tuning it, but not impossible. Love this one, Jack.
And then
Send the texture. Yes, loving it.
Love it.
Zoe was doing some harmonising.
I was.
Round of applause coming from Janice there. Brilliant.
Oh, Jack, you're lovely, man.
And I shall just find Jack's Bandcamp and give that a share again in the comments. please go on, check out some of his music, buy it. That would be amazing, as with everybody.
You can get that song, guys. You can get that song specifically.
There you go. We need to support our music community as much as possible through this lockdown. This is hugely uncertain times for everybody. We're all just trying to do our best. One of my pals is on tonight. He's called John Latimer. He's an incredible poet, and he's got a website called Poetic Substance. He does some top notch. He's on Facebook and Twitter and Bebo and Friends Reunited and all the hot social medias that all the kids are using these days. Check out some of his amazing work, because it's like very, very on point, up to date, quite satirical poetry as well. He's got a great website, and he can do poems for people as well. So give a wee check out. Ukulele Wizard was loving that. And there we go, John. Yes, we welcome John. Cheers, mate. Caitlin?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No need to apologise. That is your name.
Yeah. So I haven't. None of the songs I sang so far is you're not able to buy them, but not yet anyway. But this song you can. It's on the Bandcamp. It's from my Painter in the Sky EP. If you're interested. As I walked out one evening cold, with stars courting gentle skies, I ducked into a barroom door with eyes alive with fire. Come all ye fair and tender men, come dance with me in dappled light. Sunshine only gets me down, we'll drink a toast to the moon. Give me a thought you haven't voiced aloud. Come over softly, won't you, love? And stay with me till morning comes. We'll be lonely, but not alone. This morning light came softly through, it's thick and heavy in the air. I looked around down my bare walled room and noticed you. Ooh. Were never there. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, Caitlin, that was lovely, man. Oh,
I forgot I had my kazoo, my trusty kazoo.
Love a good kazoo.
Me too. Sleepy Hollow there. Superb show, guys. Thank you very much. Caitlin has an amazing voice. Loving this. She does indeed. Just whilst people are on as well, obviously it's great to have as many people watching us as possible when these are on. So I'm going to give the 23 Universe YouTube channel a share. If you haven't subscribed to it, that would be amazing. If you can do that, you'll get future notifications. I remembered as well, I've also started a Spotify playlist for those who've been on the 23 podcast show. Not all of them have been with musicians, so like if we spoke about music or mentioned somebody specifically, then I've also just put some music in from them as well. So Friday nights was a Beatles special with Daniel McGeever, John McKenzie and Ewan Gibson, who formed the amazing The White Album Live Collective, who for the 50th anniversary of The White Album in 2018 played an amazing gig, played all the White Album in its entirety with the full band, and it was just absolutely mind-blowing. Did you go to the one in the Voodoo Rooms or the Oran Moor?
No, anytime they were doing it, I was gigging the same night, so I couldn't go. I was gutted.
Right,
wanted to see it.
One of them was completely filmed. So, for example, the 23 podcast show playlist from Friday night, there will be a number of Beatles songs. Some of them also done some amazing like John Lennon covers as well and stuff like that. So if that's on our Spotify playlist, if you want to follow that. The White Album Live, one of the performances, I think it was probably the first one in the Voodoo Rooms in November 2018. It was completely filmed, so just during the next one, I'll find that. If you're a fan of the Beatles, it's an absolute must-watch. I'll give it a share in the comments. I'll also drop it for quick retrieval in our wee group chat that we've got as well, Stuart, so you can watch that. So lots of applause coming in there. Whoa, a fave. Whoop whoop. So much talent in one box. Oh yeah, don't forget the chicken. Sorry, I keep on forgetting. I've got a mascot. This is Jurgen, the rubber chicken, who's the mascot of the 23 podcast. Jurgen was it's just been sitting up there. Just can we have a kazoo solo? You can have a kazoo solo. I'm just thinking now. So what I'm going to play for you is the first song that I can remember. "Don't You Want Me" by the Human League.
nice. Amazing.
Thank you. She was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
Oh,
That much is true.
I nearly said that, but I wasn't fast enough.
Sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
Stuarty boy,
Yes.
with your Eden cup.
Yeah, delicious. Gogo Bordello are on the back of this, and I didn't go on the Thursday and missed it. And I was desperate to see it, but we were gigging on the Thursday, so I couldn't go, which is such a shame. Anyway, I am going to do a wee cover of a song by one of these millennial artists. I don't actually know if she's millennial, actually. What's the one after millennial? There's something else in it. also got the lyrics up here just in case I forget them. So lose my way at any point. What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you go? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go? Say it, spit it out. What is it exactly you're paying? Is the amount cleaning you out? Am I satisfactory? Today I'm thinking about the things that are deadly, the way I'm drinking you down, like I wanna drown, like I wanna end me. Step on the glass, staple your tongue, bury your friend, try to wake up, cannibal class, killing the sun, bury your friend, I wanna end me, I wanna end, I wanna end me. I wanna end, I wanna end me. I wanna end, I wanna end me. I wanna end me. What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go? Keep you in the dark. What had you expected? Me to make you my art and make you a star and get you connected. I'll meet you in the park. I'll be calm and collected. But we knew right from the start that you fall apart, cause I'm too expensive. You're talking to something that shouldn't be said out loud. Honestly, I thought that I would be dead by now. Bury your hatchet or bury your friend right now. From the dead I gotta sell my soul, cause I can't say no, I can't say no. When my limbs are frozen, my eyes are closed, and I can't say no, I can't say no. Step on the glass, staple your tongue, bury your friend, try to wake up. Cannibal class, killing the sun. Bury your friend, I wanna end me. I wanna end, I wanna end me. I wanna end, I wanna end me. I wanna end, I wanna end me. I wanna end me. What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you know? Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me? When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Yes. That's a great song.
Awesome version. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Nice.
Fantastic. Man, we're all trying to stay positive, but I can't hide how much I'm missing live music and festivals, man. It's just that if I think about it for too long, I'm going to start greeting. So I'd like to just raise our this is the one yous were playing last year. This is my 2019 Eden Cup. So I'd like to just raise everybody in the 23 universe at home, whatever cup or glass or mug you've got, let's raise it up and make a toast to absent festivals and absent gigs, and let's hope that we can get back to them as soon as we can.
Nice one, Jack. Just down them.
Yeah. I do remember last year very clearly, just because of how you were dressed up the front of it.
Well, it was
sparkles. Yeah.
It was Ziggy
last year. That's nice.
Aladdin Sane theme, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and I had massive silver platform shoes on and walking through the mud. The mud just sucked one of the heels off it at one point. So I was then walking as if I had an orthopedic shoe after that. But luckily I had my disco stick to keep me balanced. So Peter was complimenting my kazoo solo. No, that's a rhythm stick you hit people with. Kazoos are so underrated. You're right, they are. Love this song. Generation Z, 95 to 2015. Billie Eilish is a Gen Z or post-millennium. Round of applause. Really enjoyed that one. Fab song choice. Cheers from Gaz and the Socialist People's Republic of Merseyside. Whoop, whoop. Well, that's where your mum and dad are as well, Zoe, is that right?
No, they're in Galloway, but we're all from there.
That's right. So
I was born there. Yes, I was born in Wiston. Yeah.
Glasses raised, virtual hugs all round. Peter, cheers, guys. See you all
in real life.
In real life, right? Thanks. Great stuff, John.
I just teach you some internet slang there, Davey.
You did. I'm terrible when it comes to that. Sometimes, let's see, internet acronyms.
Yeah, it's very important. Like, LOL means lots of love.
Yeah.
That's what that means. Yeah.
It took me a long time to actually find out what Netflix and chill actually meant. that caused some.
Did you go with your sign-in details? I've got a Netflix. My 4 accounts.
Aye, well, I'll share my Netflix with you if that's size. No bother, I'll give you my login. I think not me, but my cousin discovered. So I mean, I've given my Netflix login to 5 people and 2 couch surfers in 2 different continents as well. And I think they discovered that I think so. You can create multiple logins, as you probably know, but only 2 people can be on it maximum at the same time, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You can pay you pay more, you can get more people on it.
Oh, right.
But
nice
I think that's the basic one, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Gary's saying he's in Derbyshire. He just came to Liverpool to see the Lips and then got lucky because we were there too. Nice one. I seen Billie Eilish at Glastonbury last year, and she was wearing one of the coolest tracksuits. It was a tracksuit.
That green
one. It was a yellow submarine tracksuit.
Right, that's pretty cool.
So Stella McCartney, unsurprisingly, got the licensing rights to bring out a full range of yellow submarine themed clothing. It's unbelievably extortionate. As much as I love the Beatles, I doubt there's even anything in it that I would get. But what's quite resonant there in you playing that, Stuart, is the reason this is called with the 23 podcast show, but the reason I called it that is, it's called, I set up the Facebook page 23 Universe with 2 Beatles meanings in it. The 23 comes from the cover of the Yellow Submarine. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So it's there over the blue meanies. I still don't know exactly. I've spoke to Beatles historians and everything who still aren't exactly too sure, but there's a few different theories kicking about. It was to sort of do with the counterculture movement. A guy called Robert Anton Wilson who wrote a book called the Illuminatus Trilogy with Robert Sher in the 60s, which is an absolutely mind-blowing book if you were to read that. So it was kind of like a nod to some of the counterculture heroes at the time around that. And then and so I knew it was going to be 23 something. It was also my first house number. Michael Jordan's like one of my favourite sportsmen of all time, his number. When they first introduced squad numbers in the English Premier League, Robbie Fowler, who was like my childhood football striker idol, he was 23 as well. So it's been there throughout all of my life. But then, you know what it's like when you go to Facebook and you're trying to get a name on Facebook and then you just like see so many of the options are taken. And then as I was on it, I was listening to the Beatles' Abbey Road just as All Across the Universe came on. And then I went, Universe, 23 Universe, and there we go. So
Yeah, the rest is history.
You reminded me of that there by playing some Billie Eilish, but she was pretty good, I have to say, at the old Glastonbury.
Can I just, sorry, my dad just messaged me to say that he's turned on the subtitles and it's trying to translate your voice, Davey, and it's failing dramatically. It's funny.
I know.
I have to go and watch that and see what
Aye. I think the first time we were on this, there were like people who didn't know how to turn the subtitles off. So this woman kept on screenshotting the subtitles and sending them to me in my messenger. So I was distracted, looking like fucking hell, and it was just absolute garbled nonsense. Okay, so again, just to remind you, if you've been enjoying what you've been hearing there, I've been sharing, they're all on Bandcamp. Please go and check out these amazing musicians, buy their music, please. We've also got a wee tip jar there as well. If you want to donate some money, pay what you feel if you can. 20% of that will then be going to Black Lives Matter campaign, and it's just dropped there in the comments again. And we're back to Zoe. Dave, going to live gigs, biggest loss during lockdown. Enjoy the stream, but need to go shortly. Thanks for tuning in, Dave. Crack on, mate. Do we need to do Zoe? Over to you.
Oh, nice one. Yeah. that was a good backing noise then. I'm gonna play my song called Grey Skies. It is heavily inspired by the Galloway Hills. If you know me, you know that although I was born in Liverpool, I grew up in Galloway, Dumfries and Galloway. And from my old spare room studio, I don't know whether you heard my neighbours then making some noises there. From my old spare room studio, the view was of the Galloway Hills, and they heavily inspired this song whenever I'd, I guess, wake up with a heavier heart on certain days and I'd need to remind myself of stuff. I definitely took that view for granted, and so I wrote this song for myself and whoever needed to listen to it. Yes, Grey Skies. It's a good one for right now. If it's in tune. Cool. Oh, how graceful the mountains, chaos lost to the sea. A silent waterfall throws her heart against the wall, and she tries to breathe. Oh, how freely the breeze flows, softly tempts the fall of leaves. In a daze she slips away into a spiral of amaze till the morning breaks. Oh, can't she see those grey skies look blue to me? fills the air with melody. Her soul has wandered far across a plain of fog, too sparse to know the way. Oh, how calmly the clouds drift, bringing rage yet so serene. The storm has washed ashore a wave of hope she'll ignore for another day. Oh, can't she see those grey skies look blue to me? Oh, how golden the sun sets, crimson rays between the trees. Her frost is yet to thaw, till then she waits and dreams of more than fresh layers of snow. Oh, how peaceful the darkness, scattered stars cloaked in mystery. And the dead of night, oceans of black engulf the light when she can't sleep. Oh, help her see those grey skies can be blue. Thanks. Thank you.
Montebella.
Oh, cheers, guys.
Yes, that's beautiful. Beautiful,
That's my
beautiful.
favourite.
Oh,
Yours.
really? Oh, cheers, man.
Yeah, it's one of mine too, I would say.
I love that one.
Partan Brie on the YouTube. These virtual live gigs have played a large part in keeping me sane these last few months, so thank you all. Thank you.
Oh,
We'd be playing to nobody unless you people were tuning in, so thank you. Now Zoe's playing my favourite song. Mary Phelps loving that. The Grey Skies will be blue for all of us soon. They will, I promise. Grey Skies in sunny Florida. Ukulele Wizard, one of my favourite songs of yours. With round of applause there.
oh, thanks, guys. That's lovely.
Here's a really lovely song. Kathy's clapping there as well. Guys, a slight digression. One of my friends, Selena Hales, has a while ago started an amazing charity called Refugee. She coined that neologism, a person who upon arrival in Glasgow is embraced by the people of the city, a person considered to be local. Local, we're all from somewhere. It's very much obviously resonant at the moment with the Black Lives Matter campaign, because she's campaigned for a long time. She was just disgusted with how refugees were being treated upon arrival in Glasgow, and wanted to show that not all Glaswegians are horrible racist people. So it originally started by just a letter writing campaign where she was asking people just to write in a letter, which they would get along with a little welcome pack of some basic necessities. to the newly arrived refugees. They've just moved into the old FOP on Byers Road. They used to be up the other side of Byers Road, up at 100, but they're now in the new FOP. I've had some incredible local graffiti artists who've come in and decorated it, including Panda, who does his big heats, they're called. And yeah,
Yeah, 'cause they're all over the city, aren't they?
they are. He's done quite a few. He's pretty prolific.
Yeah.
Top man he is. And Negative Destination is the other one. They've done some other fun. So just whilst you were playing there, Selena tagged me to put it onto my timeline just to spread the word about it a wee bit more. So I'm just going to share it in the comments because basically what's happened is the Tories have just put out a survey, and they've put an algorithm on it so that it only goes to people using sort of Cambridge Analytica data and interpreting Facebook statistics. It's only going to people that like the Conservative Party or any other like racist pages and things like that as well, Britain First and all the rest of it. So it's headline, "We're ending free movement. Our new immigration bill ends freedom of movement, delivering on our promises to British people and a fairer immigration system for all." So there's 4 questions, the last one being, do you support our immigration bill? Now let's not forget, for us musicians, use 4 musicians and me who plays a kazoo and shakes a tambourine and maracas. Still okay. This freedom of movement goes both ways. We were due to play our first mainland European festival in Cologne in Germany in April, which would obviously have been still within the time period where we could have went over there. But just without looking at any other industry at all, it's fucking Brexit is one of the worst things ever that could happen to musicians, both from outside this country and us musicians here in this country, to play outside. So I'm going to give that link a share. Please go on and just answer it in the way that I would hope that all of us non-racist people who are happy for freedom of movement to be a thing, let's fucking give 2 fingers right up to those dirty Tory bastards.
These absolute scumbags doing that though, like being all sneaky about it. That's just shameful.
I know, totally. And quite timely there, Zoe was singing about grey skies. At the end of grey skies, sometimes you see a rainbow. Well, this is my favourite rainbow at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's in the comments there. It's grinding my gears. I won't go right into it. Loads of great comments coming in there. This too shall pass. Left to buy. I'll give Zoe's website.
I can see the comment from Gary. He's asking about whether I've got any vinyl. Funnily enough, today someone messaged me about it. It's sold out on my label's website, but I have a grand total of 15 left, including only 5 that I have in my actual possession. So if you want to buy one, I'll be adding that onto my website, hopefully some point if I get the go ahead from my label. So yes, there are a few, but not many. Thank you, though.
And I will, Partridge and Bree was saying they sound like a great charity. I'll give Refugee's website a share there in the comments as well. I am conscious of time. This is us now into round 5 of songs, I believe, without taking up all of your entire evening here. Shall we just finish off with a song each then from Jack, Caitlin and Stuart, and then wrap it up at that?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I can chill out now. I can chill out now. That's nice.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I've given Zoe's website a share there as well. Please check out. Zoe, do you also want to tell people about your wee weekly gig before we move on?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing live streams every Wednesday, 7 p.m. British Standard Time. You can come and watch me play loads more. Do come say hello. Yes, that's that.
Thank you.
On YouTube at the moment. Yeah. Cheers, man.
Su-
I appreciate
superb.
you giving me the opportunity to say that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, Jack, over to you for
Woo, whoop.
the last song from yourself of the evening.
Sorry, I'm still thinking of one. I probably should have done this before. Alright, yeah, I'll just put it. So yeah, this song's sorry, I was just making sure I remember the chord. This song's called "Accidental Nature of Love," and it was the second single I released. It's quite nice. Me and Zoe have sang a duet. There's actually a live video on YouTube of us doing that with the full band. Yeah, and my good friend Vincent Deegan did the artwork for it, which you can see on Spotify, on my website, on Bandcamp and stuff. And you'll be able to buy them as prints in the next few weeks. But yeah, this is called "Accidental Nature of Love." Whimsically wandering round this town, my head's caught up in fairy tales, passing old friends, the days filled with love. It seems like we're the only ones with nothing to show. Drink dark wine by the river, where is my love gone? Feeling the current, she calls my name. I know you're out there, waiting to breathe life into me. Rushing and grand through deep valleys, all rivers to reach the sea. There I can learn how far I must sail to escape the sinking land to which we shall never return. Whimsically wandering round this town, my head's caught up in fairy tales, singing sweet songs, and I'm telling old tales about a child sat upon the throne of the mountain king. Fading light, sleepless nights. What have we become?
Yes.
Oh, Jack, I fucking missed singing with you, man. Oh, that was nice.
Beautiful.
Really enjoyed that. Apologies to people where I just sweared there.
Outstanding. Yes. And just as we've been going round this final round, I've been sharing Zoe's website, Jack's Bandcamp, Caitlin's Bandcamp coming up next, Stuart's Bandcamp to follow that as well. And just as a final reminder even, yes, remember to reminder. I've just dropped the PayPal link in there to tip the musicians that are playing if you can, if you choose to, pay what you feel, and 20% of those tips will go to the Black Lives Matter campaign.
Thank you.
Thank you for everybody who's sent us through something so far. Peter was saying, love this song, also love the weird flangey thing the streaming audio did to the guitar break. Interesting. Janice was giving you a wee round of applause there.
There's a real flange in a guitar, Jack.
Okay, what is flange an effect on a guitar that you get or you can do?
Is that kind of
Yeah. Most acoustic guitars do.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuse my ignorance. I'm not a guitar player, so how do you flange a guitar? Or
It's just how much, like, basically all guitar effects are the difference in how long the delayed signal is coming in. So, you know, a delayed signal by milliseconds, usually reverb's a bit longer than that. It's all just difference in how much the same signal's coming in, like, later again. So flange kind of does sound similar to, I don't know what have you got on the now, Jack? Because it did sound a wee bit of flangey at points.
On the guitar, nothing. But I had this issue last time I streamed as well, and the guitar just sounds like trash. I don't know if maybe my battery's dying or something. So
is it plugged in?
Yeah, it's DI'd.
You'd probably have been better. Like, I've just got the mic set up and I'm holding the guitar and got it between the guitar and the vocal. It might have sounded better.
It probably would have, yeah.
We should have a little call pre-live stream to just check everybody's.
still sounding great. If you want, Zach is almost called you Zach there. Jack's Bandcamp there. If you want to hear the sounds in their sonic perfection, get on and check that out. I mean, I do know from my sort of bedroom DJing days. Well, I made my festival DJing debut last year at the Beat Herder Festival, and the Snug. Shout out to all the snugglers. The snugglers. We were due to play the Beat Herder Festival this year as well. I was going to be our first time at it, and absolutely love that festival. Again, let's raise our glasses to festivals, absent festivals.
Oh. Jack.
I don't have a drink on me every time. I'm like,
So on Techniques, CDJs, and probably other Pioneers or whatever. Wait a minute, or Pioneers, CDJs. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's a flange button on decks.
Yeah.
Did you know that? So, like,
I didn't know it was on decks, but that makes sense because that could be an effect used by DJs as well as. It's not just specifically a guitar effect; it's just an effect.
Yeah, so it's just like whatever you're playing. When you hit the flange button, you can hold it in for as long as you want. It kind of, the sound kind of, how's best to describe it? It kind of it squeezes it down, and it just kind of becomes less of the sound. So it's like you compress it, and then it's almost like putting in your own drop. When like just to give you like the Chemical Brothers as an example, like they'll build and they'll build and they'll build, and then they'll be like the drop. And that's like you can do that with the flange button. It's quite funny.
Signal delayed by a gradually smaller period every time. That's what it's saying. So the delay gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, like as long as you have the effect on. That's what it is.
I'll tell you, I'd pay good money. See if somebody could invent something that could give me a flange for Jurgen the chicken. I would love it
Oh,
if I could just, I don't know what, twist his neck.
I like stared into his eyes.
No, it's really weird. Did you guys see the video of the guy that just puts his hand into like a huge box of them? And it just makes a scream, like a chicken scream.
Oh god, that's like my nightmares.
It's like an existential dread type of feeling.
I mean,
That's too much, man. Too much.
There's Nigel in LA. Flanger sounds a little underwater. Popular bands in the early 80s, especially The Cure. Love The Cure. Colin prefers the flango. That's a dance. That's the flango is the dance that you're doing in Rabbie's Tavern on a Sunday night when you're just like you're almost spent. Peter, apologies. No, listen, no need to apologise, Peter. We moved from that on to getting a flange effect on a rubber chicken, so that was all good.
It is such my dad thing to suddenly curve the conversation to something that's technical, though. So props to you, Dad.
Props to Big Pete. Cheers, Pete. Down in Galloway. And
Easy with the daddy.
oh shit, it's me. My face.
Caitlin.
Sorry. Actually, I don't know what the hell flange is before this conversation, so it shows how musical I am. No fucking idea. Anyway, I thought for my last song I was gonna play a banjo. So for my last song I'm gonna do an old folk song. It's an Irish murder ballad. It's called "Down by the Willow Gardens." Thanks. It's been a really amazing platform. I thought it was quite refreshing. So I've really enjoyed this evening. Thanks for watching and stuff. So. It was there we sat to courting. My love fell off to sleep. I had a bottle of burgundy wine. My love, she did not know. It was there I murdered that dear little girl whose name was Rose Connolly. I drew my saber through her. It was a bloody knife. Then I threw her into the river. It was an awful sight. My father always told me that money would set me free. If I did murder that dear little girl whose name was Rose Connolly. his cabin door. He's wiping the tears from his eyes for his only son soon shall walk to yonder scaffold high. The race is run beneath the sun. The devil is waiting for me, for I did murder that dear little girl whose name was Rose Connolly. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh,
So good.
sweet, man. Nice murder.
Caitlin, were you supposed to be playing Eden?
What?
Would you have been at Eden had it been on?
This year? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think I wasn't planned to. Not this year. I was
No.
there last year.
You weren't
But,
booked to
yeah.
play. That's a shambles. That is. We need to speak to the guys about that. Sort that out for make sure you're on it next time.
I think Isaac was. Isaac was booked, so I don't know. Probably
Yeah.
hijacked
I've
his
been
thing.
there. Bye.
Hijacked
Hijacked it.
Actually, talking of hijacking in a benevolent way, with this Friday being Rabbie's Tavern Eden Special and the 23 podcast show from 9 o'clock with Stephen Scott, George Campbell, and Chris Blackmore. If any of you want to pop in to give us a wee song, considering you have all played Rabbie's before, then
this year.
If you aren't doing anything on Friday night, then feel free to tune in and you can jump in and give us a wee song or two throughout the course of that. Don't tell anybody, but I'm secretly hoping that I can keep the stream running for the entirety of what would have been Eden Festival weekend. So
Nice.
I'm just going to continue to take loads of Pro Plus every hour.
Oh, yeah.
And just let's see who's still on, and then what people can come in and hijack it, and whoever was going to play the Devorgilla or the Great Mountain Stage or Bob's Back Passage or I don't know, anybody, like just let's get all the Eden family together.
It's a real shame about like particularly well for everyone, but like from our point of view, the Hujamam is like me and Jack had spoke about doing getting like a string section to come in because we're playing the Mountain Stage. You get a string section to come. I'm going to play the whole album start to finish with like a string section, and like we were super buzzed about it, like super excited. So it's such a bummer that it didn't end up going ahead. But I mean, I guess if they book us again next year, if it rolls over, we could do it.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
When?
Yeah.
When?
Yep.
When?
Yep. Well, I mean, the dates are there. It's definitely rolling over. Right. Actually, I'm going to share some positivity with you.
Yay!
Because we need it after some very, very important meetings. Just quickly run through. Kathy loves a murder ballad.
Who doesn't?
This is, I've got a good story about murder ballads in a second. This is so chilled. Round of applause. Whoop! More round of applause. Take your tent down, yes.
Is that Simon?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out who that was, but I now know.
Oh, he's sneaky Simon. Sneaky Simon.
Take your tent. Love the sound, so relaxing.
Love it.
Oh, I think Jurgen's getting a shout out.
Oh, nice.
Lovely. Innes, continuing the highly technical flange theme. I love how Caitlin's lights and her plant fade in and out in synchronicity with your music. Not sure if that's controlled by a DJ deck, but no. Thanks for tuning in. Innes up in Fife. Innes is the man who supplied me with 2 lollipop sticks. I'll say no more.
Okay.
Brilliant from Colin. Thanks for tuning in. There is a Sufjan Stevens version of Amazing Grace on one of the Christians, a very similar vibe to that. Rab, how you doing, Rab? Thanks for tuning in, wee man. Murder ballads. Before I give you some positivity and some light, light
Let's
at the end
talk
of
about murder. Lovely.
light.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
well,
Nice.
light at the end of our tunnel. So I was when I was part of the reason why I have that tattoo is I've been a Greenpeace activist for over 10 years, and I do a bit of political lobbying for them along with the Scottish Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament. And I've worked at, thank you, Peace. I've worked at 5 Glastonburys with Greenpeace. And the thing is with Greenpeace, Glastonbury, it's particularly with a lot of the volunteers, if you're doing like a stewarding, like you might just be on the door or like security. Probably paradoxically to a music festival, well, it's music arts in what's the full thing it calls itself actually? Anyway, it's just like it's a music and arts festival. But there are actually people who go to Glastonbury who will openly claim that I don't really like music that much. As strange as that might sound, right? And then also there are people who go to Glastonbury who are just not into like music enough to even like have a favourite band or know who's on or know who's number one in the singles or album charts or anything like that, right? So last year, Kylie Minogue played the Legends slot on the Sunday afternoon, and it was probably the biggest ever. I reckon it must have been because she wasn't clashing with any other like big headliners. So I think she could have possibly had about 120,000 on that glorious heatwave Sunday afternoon watching her. It was very emotional because she was supposed to play 7 years ago, but that's when she had breast cancer. So she was like greeting on stage that she'd made her comeback and stuff. And then she went on to play the murder ballad that she done with Nick Cave. So Nick Cave at the time, I think, was still living in Brighton. But the guy that was with me as a Scottish guy is a Scottish guy. I'm not going to mention his name, but he's one of the people that I've just referred to that isn't really into music. So when Nick Cave came walking on as they were about to play "Where the Wild Rose Grows," I think that's the name of the song, from Nick Cave and the BAaD Seeds Murder Ballads album. Nick's big image comes up on the big massive TV screens either side of the stage, and then there's a bit of hush because it's like, sharp intakes of breath. Yes, Nick Cave's just came on stage with Kylie, and then the Scottish guy next to me was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "What the fuck's Bobby the Barman doing on stage with Kylie Minogue?" I was like, "That's not Bobby the Barman, you mad bastard. That's Nick Cave." And he's like, "What? Who's Nick Cave?" And I was like, "Right, okay, forget it." So
I was on stage with Nick Cave
Really?
at the Hydro. So like I went along and me and the girl I was with were right up the front at the barriers, and he came off and went through the crowd for a bit, and then as he was walking back, he walked right past us and he grabbed her by the hand and took her on stage. And I was like, "This is cool. I'll like film this, like her being on stage and whatever." And then later on, they start letting people up on the stage. So I was like, "All right, cool." So I just walked up and they just let me on. So we were standing. I was looking out at the whole Hydro, like the full Hydro, and they like standing next to what's the violin player, Warren?
Warren
just
Ellis.
Like Warren Ellis, just like freaking out, like this is insane. And then I turned to the left, and there was this guy and this girl that I used to work with in Firewater like years before were also on the stage with me at the same time. It was crazy. It was wild. But yeah, that was a mad time. Standing next to these guys, he was just like look coming up like really close and like holding the mic out and that. I'm not even a massive Nick Cave fan. Like I was just there with someone that was, and they gave me a free ticket, and I somehow ended up on the stage. It was bizarre.
Well, we've slipped into a really weird parallel unit or like an overlapping of parallel universes here, because you were on stage with Nick Cave at the Hydro, and I was on stage with Bobby the Barman at the Hydro.
What is that for ICW?
Aye.
ICW.
So Aye. There you go. There's
Wait,
there's Bobby.
They just play an ICW show.
Aye, we've got crazy history. But I've been in an actual fight. Viper kicked me out the ring and broke my ribs. Sorry, no. Severely bruised my ribs. I take that back. I had to go to hospital though after Viper. I got in a fight with Grado in DCT. It was mental, and just through our relationship, DCT first used our song "International Sex Hero" as his entrance song many years ago, and that's how our relationship with them began. So, two of the Fear and Loathings with the ICW. So shout out to Mark Dallas and all the ICW team. We filmed a video with them in the Barrowland as well. For the actual International Sex Hero video, and Gavin Mitchell was in that too, and we ended up we basically done DCT's entrance song, playing it at the Hydro, and Gavin Mitchell decided to come along and swing a big disco ball at people. So crazy times. Crazy times. So that wasn't the positivity.
No.
It's even better than that because it's more pertinent to what we do. Okay, so the Nighttime Industries Association had a big meeting with the government recently, UK Gov, and also represented by top promoters here in Scotland with the Scot Gov, in terms of moving through the phases. The NHS handling of it has obviously devolved up here, as we know. Right, so the bad news at the moment is, even if we were at the stage, if we were in phase 2, which allows more than 2 households to commingle, then which could potentially mean that a band could get on stage, for example, at 2 meter social distancing, venues could only open at 12.5% capacity. So these studies have now all been done. This is based at Edinburgh Playhouse, about 2,300 capacity was roughly one of them. Now, bearing in mind, a venue that size, or regardless of that, stereo, 13th note, broadcast, whatever, it's just financially unviable. None of them could open unless everybody was working for fuck all. To open at 12.5% capacity, and that's self-policing, expecting people to maintain 2 meter social distancing. So, looking at the current modelling, they hope that by August or September, venues can reopen on a limited capacity of 60%, and then it would be down, provided there's no second wave, and then it would be down to 1 meter social distancing. So to give you an example, Barra's Art and Design, hopefully come August or September, it could potentially reopen at a capacity of, let's say, 350-ish people coming in, and then the industry's looking at different things that could be done thereafter to let people tune in that couldn't get a ticket and would be watching from home and stuff like that. Glasgow City Council are looking at the moment, from Thursday the 18th of this month, outdoor seating and eating might happen. But again, it's going to be a bit
cool.
Outdoor eating and seating. So that's just for restaurants and cafes.
Is this all based on there not being another spike? There not being another wave?
Of course, yeah. It's got I think the R number in Scotland is between 0.7 to 0.9 at the moment. So if we can not go above that and keep that going down the way, then basically all the five phases that have been announced in Scotland and in England and Wales, if we can stay to the sort of best case scenarios of the modelling, then we could potentially see indoor gigs with a limited 60% capacity from August, September. Which actually also give some hope to any of the remaining outdoor festivals in September that already moved. So
Oh God, I hadn't thought of that.
just to give you straight from the horse's mouth of metaphorically, she's a lovely woman, she's not a horse. We're booked to play Woodstock Festival up in the Highlands, just outside Inverness, on Saturday the 19th of September. Now that's already moved. That was supposed to be next month sometime, I think. So they moved quite early. I'm just going to read out what they said. Right. So phase 2 sees pubs reopening, outdoor spaces, and phase 3 sees live events with restricted numbers and distancing. Correcting what I've just previously said. With this in mind, I can see smaller outdoor one-day festivals up and running in line with Scottish Government guidelines. They may not look the same, with the same group designated areas and social distance queues being self-policed at the bars and food kiosks and potentially having to wear face masks. But I still think if we think, how can we do this safely rather than when can we do this as we are used to, we can enjoy live music with our friends and family soon.
Okay, that's nice. Thanks, Davey. Thanks for telling us about that. It's a little bit of hope. Oh, the dog. Look
You're
at the
welcome.
dog.
The dog's back. The dog's back. Just quickly run through the comments there. I've forgotten. Who was the last person to play there?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, so it's just
yeah.
Stu finishing.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's Stuart, and then we'll call it a night then. Right, I'll just run through these comments. The NPR podcast series and Dolly Parton's some fascinating history about murder ballads. Kathy's got to go. Loved it. Thanks, Kathy. Yes, Colin. Mugstock could possibly happen, so that's why it's not officially been cancelled, because I know that the remaining festivals are obviously looking and just going. If for example Woodstock, Mugstock, and Playground Festival in Rook and Glen Park, which, I mean, just to show you the phenomenal lineup for Playground Festival, because it's the people from BAaD that run that. I mean, look at that for a weekend lineup.
Oh, aye, the Sunday looks pretty good. Colin the Mustard, I heard they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're all right. They're all right. Like the Singing Kettle on acid.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best. That's what, whenever anyone asks about you, that's what I always say, because that's what John said to me backstage at the, where was it, the St. Luke's thing. Yeah, remember me? Yeah, it was me and you, Jack, were talking to him about it. It was like, that's what they described it, and I was like, that's just iconic. That whole description.
The Singing Kettle on acid. I know what a night that was, man. I'd actually that just completely went out of my memory that we all did that.
What was that for again?
That was just our annual Christmas party.
So yeah. So it was.
Thanks again for playing it. Yous were my. There were a few of us actually who knew yous and said, right, we definitely need to book them, along with the Evening Section, Dope Sick Fly, and Miracle Glass Company.
Yeah, Miracle Glass Company, what a band!
Oh, brilliant! What a night that was. So yeah, so there is still some hope for festivals. Gary, let's hope the virus eventually affects off. If everyone is smart and stays safe. I work with a Pink Floyd tribute in theatres of 1 to 400 seats over the country, and it's horrible not to be able to get out there. There's 15 in our company, so it's a way off for us. Sunday night for me then. Yes, Gary. Yes, guys. I mean, that's the thing as well, right? Let's. Oh, sorry, Mary. Summer Hall's now been cancelled because it's indoors. So because the virus has different transmission rates outdoors, unfortunately the indoors has been modelled already for Summer Hall, so that's been cancelled now, Mary. But your ticket will still carry over to whenever we announce the rescheduled date. Stuart loved the Singing Kettle.
Shut up, guys.
Well, I think it's only fair then, Stuart. On that note, I think you should end off the night with a song by the Singing Kettle.
All right.
if you can, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't, but I can I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like, spout of silver, tin of metal, what's inside the singing kettle?
I will just give another final share to the PayPal tip link if you want to flag in some tips, pay what you feel, whatever you can would be great. 20% will be going to Black Lives Matter campaign. You're lovely people. Please go on and buy all these amazing musicians' music as well. And just when Stuart plays, I will give his Bandcamp a share as well. So over to Stuart for the final song of the evening, and then we'll come back. We'll say our goodbyes.
Yeah. So I got a bit of a telling off. My girlfriend and her parents are watching from Toronto, Canada, and I was told I was swearing too much by our mum. So Glynis, I'm really sorry for all the swearing. It was just because we were talking about the Tories. I don't usually swear like that, I promise. This song this song I'm going to finish with is called The Singing Kettle. No, it's not. It's called Queen of the Ashes. I throw a lasso round the moon for you. Tear every star out of the sky for you. I burn it all down without even a frown. No look of distaste, not a flinch in my face. I burn it all down so you could be queen of the ashes. Queen of the ashes. I kill every one of these men for you. Friend or foe, well, you can choose. I burn them alive, not even alive. No look of distaste, not a flinch in my face. I burn them all down so you could be queen of the ashes. Queen of the ashes. And darling, if you won't admit that you love me too, then I will commit 7 deadly sins. Burn the body I'm in. I burn myself down so you could be queen. shoes.
Did not know I was unmuted then, sorry. I was
It was nice
harmonising
hearing
with
all
you.
harmony just coming in there. Yeah, it was sweet. I liked it.
I'm glad.
It was less distracted than you just laughing at the end when I finished a song.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I felt really awful about that.
That was so good.
There's Big Pete. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
guys. It's been
Peter.
really entertaining.
When did you
Lauren,
start calling him Big Pete? When did that be?
I love it.
I always call him
If
Big
I
Pete.
ever meet your dad, that's what I'm going to call him.
he's Big Pete. Me and your dad are Facebook friends now. He's Big Pete to me.
Oh, nice one. That's quite sweet, man. I love it.
Big Pete, the socialist from Merseyside.
Yeah.
Lauren's your girlfriend, Stuart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
think
She's
she was-
laughing obviously because of that whole tirade about me apologising to her mum.
Well, maybe also
At least
because
I
I put
hope
up
that's why she's laughing.
well, maybe also because I put up the beautiful rainbow saying "Fuck the Tories."
Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah.
Nice.
Could have been that. Is this about that chick from Game of Thrones?
No, I wrote this before that, but people have asked me that before.
A love song by the Dragon. It's a banger.
thanks.
Brilliant from Mary. Round of applause from Janice. Ukulele. I love listening to all your music, guys. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for an entertaining evening.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Anthony. Glad you enjoyed it, man.
Ooh, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thanks, guys. You were all great. John, cheers, mate. It's been great. And thank you all. Fab, Stuart, woohoo, and a really round of applause there.
Cheers, Big Pete.
Yes.
Thank you, David. Man. Thank you.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah,
David.
thanks,
This is
David,
really
for
nice.
having us.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Just to fling up. So this has been BAaD Art and Design Sunday Sessions Online number
It's
3.
11:11. Sorry, it's 11:11.
What?
I have to make a
So
wish.
it is. Yes.
Caitlin, what's that filter you've got in your picture? Because it's great. I love it.
What
Whatever it is.
filter? What?
Don't know. Just looks like a really cool
Oh,
non-existent Instagram filter.
Like, the little oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, like
It
a.
looks very tin typey.
Fuck
It
knows.
looks kind of like, you know, when they used to take pictures of dead people back in the day in the
Yeah.
Victorian times or whatever. It kind of looks
Yeah.
like that. And the most,
They weren't dead at the time, Stuart.
they were dead though. They used to take pictures with their dead
Yeah,
family.
they're cool. They're not right. They're
did
not
do it.
cool, but they're like fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating.
I'm creepy
Cool,
now.
though. Yeah. No, they did do it though. They genuinely did.
Do you know? I just learned the other day that the whole industry of undertaking and embalming bodies and formaldehyde was actually an industry that was started during the US Civil War.
Sorry.
And aye. So basically, technically, paparazzi today who would maybe chase an ambulance for whatever reason that they would want to chase an ambulance, but back then there were just some entrepreneurial capitalists who realised that if they went to the battlegrounds of the various different war zones during the American Civil War, that they could get a dead body, because they knew obviously these bodies had travelled far distances to go and fight wherever they were fighting. And so what they did is they would just go around the battlefield, obviously at the end, or probably maybe whilst it's going on, or just like grab a dead body. They would take the dead body, they would have like a tent set up somewhere. They would stuff the dead bodies full of arsenic and sawdust and straw, and then they would prop the bodies up to basically advertise, right, if you're going to die, then we can do this and then send your body home to your family, because it was just basically like tradition before, like, because bodies would obviously take some time, like rigor mortis would set in, and then decomposition would begin as a natural biological process of being dead. And
Full of the light-hearted topics tonight, Davey. You watched this on the Midnight Gospel, didn't you?
oh, I know. So anyway, How did we get onto that? Why?
I don't know.
because I
It was
said-
you.
We talked about
That
the
was
filters.
because I said that Caitlin's
Caitlin.
picture reminded me of those pictures in the Victorian times or whenever it was, where they used to take pictures legitimately, Jack, I swear to God, they did it, of like their dead relatives with their eyes open, and they would take
Aye, that's
pictures
right.
of like a final family picture and stuff.
Yeah.
Super bizarre. But
Yeah.
not that you
Aye.
look dead in it, Caitlin. Just to make sure clear. It just got that kind of vibe.
Got the dead vibe.
Caitlin can confirm she's definitely not dead. Wait a
Can't
minute. Wait a
confirm
minute.
anything.
Unless Isaac's hand standing behind her with like a puppet strings, like moving her around.
Just hear the giggle in the background.
I think that deserves the last banner of the evening.
Woo!
Caitlin is definitely not dead for sure.
Yeah. Or a sock stealer. Not by choice, anyway.
At least we've ended on a positive note and
Yeah.
finding out.
Agreed.
Cool, I'm-
There's big Pete saying nice end the fab stream with such a cheery note. Cheers, Davey. That's what I do. It's
I
what
love Big
do.
Pete. I love this Big Pete chat. It's great.
Wow.
Zoe, how tall is your dad?
He's not that much taller.
Yeah,
than
that's
me.
better though. If he was big, that would be funny.
How much is he like? He's not very wide either, is he?
He's not. He's
Not
lost a
big
bit of
feet,
weight
isn't he?
recently.
This
He's
is
not.
awesome. Yeah, I'm on board fully.
Aw.
Fully okay. Nice one. I appreciate that, Jack. Thank you.
It'd have been better
Well-
than being half on board, wouldn't
I
it?
know. I know.
This is
Big
true.
Pete. We're all big fans of you, Big Pete. Just if you're still
Big
around.
Pete,
Oh,
Big Pete,
yeah,
Big
yeah.
Pete, Big Pete, Big Pete, Big Pete. Okay, so
call it a night then?
this has been BAaD Sunday Sessions Online number 3. I would like to thank Zoe Bestel,
Oh, thank
Jack Callan Richardson,
you.
Yeah, you're clapping.
Caitlin Gilligan, who's definitely not dead,
They still come up at the bottom. That's so funny.
and Stuart Neal. Thank you all for playing tonight. I'll have a check at the PayPal, see what's coming in. For those of you who are still on, and just so it's the last comment there in the comments, I'll put the PayPal link in there again. 20% going to Black Lives Matter campaign. Congrats, Caitlin, on being not dead. Yeah, that's a good one to end. Well, Mary's just saying she's to pack bodies. We started dusting them today. There we go.
Oh, the perfect comment to end on.
Peter might even come back. He said we're getting lots of unbelievable round of applause. Tomorrow night I have another 2 not dead people who are Warren McIntyre and Heather Phillips from Starry Skies, who I think were or released an album on last night from Glasgow as well, Zoe, called Be Kind.
Oh, right,
So
yeah.
that's
Is
on
that
tomorrow
who
night.
used to book the Tron, the theatre?
Yes,
Warren. Yeah,
Friday.
Kenny McDonald's pal. Aye.
Yeah. Friday Song Club or something that was called.
He's booked us for it once. Once we play with Kenny and once as ourselves, the Hooge
Yeah,
Brothers.
lovely guy. Yeah, I mean, I'll just give a shout out to the rest of the lineup. So Warren and Heather tomorrow night. I've got Kev Paxton and Catherine Stopps from Art Faye, amazing blacksmith company out in Lovey on Tuesday. Wednesday's actually a Kelburn Garden Party special with Chris Knight. We're going to be chatting with Chris about all things festivals and what he's been up to with Samedia Shabin and stuff like that. Thursday night, I've got Dougie Smith, Dougie O'Neill, who is the masked frontman of Mickey Nines. Dougie also has an amazing new kind of like Leonard Cohen inspired side project called Killer Whale. He's Thursday night's guest. Friday's going to be the Rabbi's Tavern in Eden special. Keep it quiet, but we'll try and keep that going throughout the entire weekend. We'll get the Lost Disco and everything, and then we'll take it right through into the Vishnu Lounge on a Sunday, and we can all just take our laptops and lie in the bath.
Is that live stream at like 7 in the morning?
We'll keep it. We'll just try and keep it going.
Live stream at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Are you just like sitting there?
I'll let you phone my
steaming?
Eckies guy up.
Yeah.
Careful, Stuart, your girlfriend's Mummins in Canada, remember?
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry.
Yes,
I don't have an
the,
X's
mo-
guy.
the most amazing lineup of non-dead people. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, you'll
Final
need to get Kenny on, by the way.
Oh,
Can you get
Kenny
Les
McDonald?
Johnson and me on? Yeah.
yeah,
I,
do.
well,
Whatever.
Les is on the Spotify playlist that I shared. He played Real Life.
I know. I dropped him off at it. I remember.
Break Your Heart. He played.
Oh.
There's Nigel and Ellie was just wanting a wee final word from Jurgen.
Thanks very much, David. It has been lovely.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank
you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, so peace, love, keep the music going. We'll get through this.
Let's
We'll
have an
do it.
after party, guys.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, 23 Universe, for tuning in. See you tomorrow night, and we'll be back loads more after this. If you haven't linked the YouTube channel, I'll drop that there into the comments as well. Please give our YouTube channel a subscription and the Facebook page, all of that jazz. Thank you and good night. Peace, love, and look after yourselves.
Master.
Bye.